Welcome back, everybody, to VVR. Today I get to give you my top 10 favorite movies of the year. I hope you guys had a great year as well. Thank you for supporting the channel. And if your list differs from mine, by all means, leave it in the comment. I know movies are super subjective. Even the people that I follow on YouTube, like Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman, they have a wildly different list than what I have. And I think that's all the beauty of movies. They all impact us in different ways, and we get to just share and experience them together. Starting off with number 10, The Woman King. Oh my God, this movie was just breathtaking from start to finish. I love these powerful characters and these depictions of revolution that is happening. I love the performances in this. Viola Davis is incredible. Lashana Lynch kills it. They just are insane. And we also have John Boyega in here. And the movie earns its ending. It's just the movie that has a great beginning, middle, and end. It's a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen The Woman King, check it out. It's getting nominated for a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. At number 9, we have Avatar 2, The Way of Water. James Cameron has done it again. As I said in my review, I think just the way that he's been able to push technology to a standard and just continuing to evolve the media. It's just insane what he was able to do with this movie. Brought us back into the world of Pandora, but gave us a story that elevated the first and just keeps building upon this world. It's rich in texture. I mean, if you get to see it on the biggest screen possible right now, that's just a gift. Go see Avatar. It's awesome. At number 8, we have Elvis. So as far as biopics go, we had a lot that came out this year. We had Aretha Franklin one, which was, I think, a lot better than I Want to Dance with Somebody, as well as that one. And this is just the one that spoke to me the most. I love the fact that it just felt more relatable to me. Elvis did. The message being that you can be this gifted person and you can have all these good things happen to you, but there's also an equally amount of bad things that happen to you because of the people that you're around with. And I just love the depiction that, like, towards the end of Elvis's career, he never really got to fulfill his dream the way he wanted to. And ultimately, he's known, but he never got to fulfill his things. At least that's the way that the movie depicts it. That really resonated with me as far as like pushing myself, pushing my music to try to be heard or try to be relevant. I got a lot out of the movie, and I really liked Austin Butler's portrayal as Elvis. I think he's one of the stronger nominations for Best Actor right now and just killed it. It's just amazing. At number 7, we have Glass Onion. This was just a stacked cast. We have everything from Edward Norton, Daniel Craig, huge, Batista. Just a bunch of people are in this movie. The performances are great, but we go to this for the murder mystery part, and everyone plays their part pretty well. But for me, even though I kind of knew it was going to happen, I was totally down for the ride. And the way that this movie just keeps building this anticipation for something to happen, and when it happens, and ultimately the resolution to it. The theater that I was in just kept blowing up. Everyone was laughing and cheering at these moments, and I think honestly that's what added to my overall enjoyment of this movie. It's kind of rare that we get just something like this where we can just sit back and enjoy and just have a really good time. And now it's on Netflix. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. At number 6, I never would have thought this movie would be on my list, but Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Jesus, this movie is, I like in my review, I think it's a masterpiece. I never thought I would say that about a Puss in Boots movie. It just has one of the best stories that I've seen in a minute. I like the idea of like an action adventure, but like the fact that you have these real world dynamics in play about facing death and, you know, learning to grow and accept from your own morality, all in this animated picture. It's not a kid's movie, I wouldn't say so, but it's just incredible what they were able to do. The movie is just perfection from start to finish. And even at the end, it has one of my favorite endings to a movie. It's just powerful, like all the way through. If I know it sounds silly, but it is an amazing movie. DreamWorks is just on fire right now. Check it out. You will not be disappointed. Finally, down to number 5. Okay, so this is where I might lose a couple people because I'm one of the only few people that I know that actually loves Halloween Ends. This movie, from start to finish, I was just along for the ride. And I obviously there's a lot of suspension of disbelief through this movie, but the performances from everyone was just fantastic. I mean, I didn't like Halloween Kills, But this movie made me appreciate that one a lot more, just seeing how it all kind of fits together. And I love the first Halloween remake that came out, the 2018 one. Just the way that this one ends, I mean, it's just a great movie. I was grinning from ear to ear. I love all the kills. I love the twists. And I really liked what they did with these characters. I do understand the criticism that it gets, and I understand why people do not like it. But every time I watch this movie, I'm just always grinning and just having a good time. I love this movie so much. At number 4, we have Vengeance. My God, I knew very little about this movie, but BJ Novak is just one of the most incredible, gifted people we have working in the industry. This movie just takes you on a journey of just trying to solve a murder to somebody that he kind of had a relationship with, had a falling out, and then realized what it actually means to connect with people. And overall, a one-night stand could mean so much more. This movie is just layered with so many great themes. To me, it is a masterclass of how you make a movie. How do you write it? What are the performances doing? It's just a masterclass. I think this movie is vastly overlooked. If you have not seen Vengeance, check it out. Moving on to number 3, we have Top Gun Maverick. Wow. This movie came at a point where the movie theaters really needed a win and really needed to bring back everyone that kind of ditched the movie theaters because of the pandemic and just wasn't sure if it was safe. I think this is one of the most important movies that came out this year or even in this decade. Not only did this movie bring back people back into the movie theaters, but it was able to deliver us a phenomenal sequel. This movie does what a sequel is supposed to do. Builds upon its foundation, adds on so much more lore and character, and it's just a fantastic movie through and through. I was riveted. I've seen this movie multiple times. I love this movie. Top Gun Maverick is, in every sense of the word, a blockbuster. Fantastic. Tom Cruise, I don't know how they did it, but those jet fighter sequences when they're in the planes fighting, I don't know how they did it. It's amazing. It's good. It's really, really good. At number 2, we have The Batman. I acknowledge that it is not a perfect movie. It's probably not on everyone's top 5 list at all, but I love everything that they did with this movie. I was following this movie from its inception all the way through its production, through casting, and the first time I went to go see this movie, I missed the first 10 minutes, but that didn't take away from everything else that I saw. And then the second time I went to go see it, I've seen everything, but there's just always something else to just take away from this movie. Like there's always something like that I didn't notice. There's always a different angle to characters. I really love what they're doing with this new interpretation of Batman. I think Robert Pattinson is incredible as Bruce Wayne / Batman. Zoe Kravitz, fantastic Catwoman. But the one that really steals the show for me, Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I couldn't even tell. Where does character begin and where does the man playing him end? Like, I just don't understand how you can act through all that makeup, prosthetic, and all that stuff and still give such a riveting performance. The Batman is one of those movies I can just pop on and just have a good time with it. I can watch it every single day if I wanted to. It's just incredible. I love it. And at number 1, if you haven't guessed already, I've said this multiple times on my channel, Everything Everywhere All at Once is the best movie of the year. This movie came to me at a point where I wasn't sure where life was kind of going. I felt like I was having a lot of clashes with a lot of people, and I was just looking to go see a movie. I felt nothing but euphoria all the way through. This movie just speaks to me on every single level. Like Inception, which is my favorite movie of all time by Christopher Nolan, this movie I can just watch and always just take something from it and learn and just have a good time with it. It has everything that I need in a movie. It has drama, it has action, comedy, romance. It's all stuffed into this movie. And, in my opinion, the best multiverse movie that we got so far. Like, sorry, Doctor Strange. Like, this is how you freaking do it. It is just a masterpiece in my eyes. It is an incredible movie. It has taught me a lot. I've grown a lot from it, and ultimately, I'm just so glad that this movie exists. It took me out of a dark place, and now I get to watch it forever. So there you have it, guys. That's my top 10 favorite movies of the year. I want to know what your list is. Leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you're looking forward to seeing from next year. I know that there's a lot of good stuff coming, and I just cannot wait for 2023. It's going to be a packed year, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support. Even just watching, leaving likes is plenty. Commenting is amazing. Honestly, just following me through this has been a journey. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.